Okay, so make sure you copy the problem down in front of you before moving on because the problem will not be in front of you the entire time. So pause the video if you need to. All right, so this is a mass-to-mass stoichiometry problem. It wants to know if you start off with 2.5 grams of potassium, how many grams of potassium chloride will be produced? So let's go ahead and identify our A and our B. So this was 2.50 grams of potassium, so that's going to be our A, and it wants to know the grams of potassium chloride, so that's B. With all reaction stoic problems, you're going to have to make sure you identify the mole ratio. So if we set up our mole ratio as B over A, then it's going to be 2 moles of potassium chloride over 2 moles of potassium. Now that you have the mole ratio set up, let's go ahead and begin with solving the problem. So we start here with 2.5 grams of potassium. Well, the first thing to do is convert grams of potassium to moles of potassium. And so to go from grams to moles, you divide by the molar mass. So for every 1 mole of potassium, there is 39.1 grams of potassium. Our like units are always diagonal so that they cancel. So then you'll do 2.5 times 1 divided by the 3910, and you should get 0.06 moles of potassium. Now that you're at moles of A, we now want to go from moles of A to moles of B. We go from moles of A to moles of B using the mole ratio. So I'm going to go ahead with my next T-chart and pull my mole ratio in. Becomes 2 moles of potassium chloride over 2 moles of potassium. Again, our like units are diagonal, so they cancel out. And right here you can see 2 divided by 2 is 1. So we end up with 0.06 moles of potassium chloride. Now that we're at moles of B, we're going to go to mass of B. So now we're going to take our 0.06 moles of potassium chloride and convert that to grams of potassium chloride. And so since we want to solve for grams, it's going to be 74.1 grams of potassium chloride over 1 mole of potassium chloride. So remember, this is molar mass. So I took the 39.1 grams of potassium, added it to the 35 grams of the chlorine to get 74.1 grams. And again, you multiply the numbers on top, divide by the number on the bottom. And so you have 0.06 times your 74.1, and that equals 4.45 grams of potassium chloride. That was a mass-to-mass reaction stoic problem.